September 1984, Indianapolis. For the past 2 years, the Indiana chapter of the International Human-Powered Vehicle Association has played host to the largest and most diverse representation of human-powered vehicles ever assembled on the face of the earth, the International Human-Powered Speed Championships. From England to California, from Seattle to Miami, and all points in between, they came. Human-powered vehicle designers who have worked day and night on their machines with one goal in mind, to be in Indy for the Speed Championships. Nearly 100 entrants competed at the 10th Speed Championships, and though 4 locations were selected as competition sites, one venue held particular attraction, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, home of the Indianapolis 500-mile race. The attraction was strong enough to pull competitors from across the Atlantic, including the Poppy Flyer, which had to be sliced in half for the long voyage to Indy.
Poppy Flyer, fastest machine in Europe. Probably to be the fastest machine in the world.
What's the speed?
It's done 55. It holds the world record, the European record at 49.89. The 55 we did was in California, which doesn't count as a European record because it was done outside Europe.
We got it, Bill. Okay.
Which one?
Many of the vehicles at the Speedway were competing for the DuPont Prize for Human-Powered Speed, a $15,000 prize to the first single-rider human-powered vehicle to reach 65 miles per hour. If no vehicles hit 65 by December 31st, 1987, the prize will go to the fastest vehicle up to that time. At the 10th Annual Speed Championships, the fastest speed was recorded by Lightning X2, designed by Tim Brummer of Lompoc, California, and ridden by Carl Sundquist of Indianapolis. Its speed of 57.39 miles per hour was the fastest official speed ever recorded for a two-wheeled vehicle, a new world's record. Several multi-rider machines competed. Fastest of the lot was Fusion, a design collaboration between Kelly Laundrie and Leisha Peterson of Pegasus Research Corporation in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Fusion is a 4-rider vehicle and demonstrates what every competitor experiences during the 4-day competition. You learn from each ride.
The first run we got 51.18 miles an hour, and the second run we got 53.48 miles an hour. And the second run we put on the tail. And the tail gives you perfect aerodynamics, but the problem was that we had air being sucked out from under the wheels, therefore having a lower pressure on the inside of the vehicle and a higher pressure on the outside of the vehicle. And with that in mind, the pressure gradient caused the body to flex inside, okay, because you've got a higher force on the outside of the body than you do on the inside. And with that in mind, the top structure wasn't made to handle that kind of a loading, so that's why we had the body flexing on the last run. Therefore, our aerodynamics ended up being kind of flawed. And this run, we're opening up the tail so that we will be able to replace some of that pressure difference with outside air, and thereby equalizing the difference on the outside of the body shell. And with that in mind, we don't expect those problems on our last run. With the pedals,
I'm owner, builder, designer, rider, and financer of this thing. It's called Different Strokes because it has a linear drive or an arc drive as opposed to a rotary motion like most places. It's a 3-wheel design. It's a partially faired class.
Rode this one out from California. I started on the 6th and I was in St. Joe 24th. I had 3 days layover because of the frame and stuff. And then my brother and following behind with the car and the trailer, and if I didn't jump in it, I would have been late. So essentially those 3 days cost me about 500 miles.
I'll do it when I get going. All right. You in?
As you can see, we have all sorts of competitors and attract all ages. The quest for speed takes many forms: university engineering class projects, backyard specialties, aerodynamic helmets, and full fairings. But the novelty of invention never wears thin, as tinkerers try various new approaches, often with startling results. For several years, the IHPVA has been holding its own version of the arms race, competitions for those machines powered by arms only. This competition has led to several novel designs which can increase a person's mobility, regardless of physical restrictions. The vehicles take many shapes and forms and use a variety of materials: foam core, fiberglass, Kevlar, Lexan, heat shrink, cardboard, and lots of duct tape.
My entry is the Interceptor. We're from Seymour, Connecticut. It's a home-built recumbent, which we've built out of composite materials. Plus, we've added a foam covering over it to give it some aerodynamics. We're hoping to do moderately well today. Certainly not as well as some of the high-class machines, but we're real pleased to be here.
Anything interesting?
The Interceptor coming down.
Let's listen to what this announcement says.
If I get over 40, I'll be happy. It's just a standard bike underneath, last-minute fairing. Thanks.
Riders may sit in any position deemed advantageous to aerodynamic design, supine, prone, even upright. However, rider comfort is not always a top priority. Olympic silver medalist Dave Grills even made the trek to Indy in search of the Magic 65 aboard the Dragonfly trike. But he only managed just over 54 miles per hour, good enough for 4th place in the 200-meter sprints and a minor smokescreen.
I'll let the Infinity out. Okay, now. Okay.
Black Harrison is coming through on Blue Road again, and obviously the change has come off again. Unfortunately, the first 2 runs is changing off at a critical time, and obviously the first year you were taking his head. That's too bad.
I have to catch him.
Was a legal run, 32.464. He was chief official at the Velodrome this morning, reporting on 5 records broken this morning by Paul Riesenrode from Ohio.
started it on the 4th of July, and I've been practically turned my wife into a widow between then and now. I've been working on it in every bit of spare time since the 4th of July. It started on the 4th of July.
This year?
Yeah. Yeah. But I've spent about every spare minute I had on it. That's part-time. I do a full-time job as a builder. Yeah, it does all right. We rode it up here from Athens, and it took us 3 days to go about 280 miles. Oh, we on the course? Oh, God. You know, I knew that they'd been racing them in California and in Indianapolis, and I had planned to come here and find out about them first. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, I'll just take a crack at building one first. Well, we didn't set the world on fire, but we pedaled it all the way up here from Athens, Ohio, and that says something about the vehicle. We didn't have any serious trouble with it all the way up. It's gone probably 400 or 500 miles now without any breakdowns.
One of the most beautifully crafted machines was the Arrow by cabinet maker Robert Bales of York.
In the 200-meter sprints. We plan to make some changes aerodynamically, do some more testing, do some more wind tunnel testing, vehicle testing, and I just hope to do better next year.
Number 40, the California Captain.
Indianapolis Raceway Park normally plays host to machines with hundreds of horsepower. But when the Christmas tree lights hit green, the legs begin pumping furiously in the quarter-mile drags, just like the big guys.
We're ready. You ready, Dave?
I'm going to pull straight.
Get it ready, folks? Now ready, go! I got that backwards. This is for first and second place. And we go to third and fourth place for the open category. Last time, 37.93.
part design competition, part circus, all at the frontier of energy-efficient technology in the International Human-Powered Speed Championships.
What a shot this is. I can't believe it. It's great.
On here, to go across the track in front of the tower to meet with Ryan.
Velodrome racing is one of the newest events in the Human-Powered Speed Championships and is rapidly becoming one of the most popular. One of the dominating forces in HPV racing at the Velodrome has been Gardner Martin's Easy Racer team. With Greg Miller and former Olympic cyclist Fred Markham as riders, the Easy Racer team has proven nearly invincible on the track.
One lapping going on right now. Fred Markham has Ford Motor is not performing up to strength at all. Fred Markham.
This has been a Video Management Systems production in conjunction with the Indiana chapter of the International Human-Powered Vehicle Association. The 11th Annual International Speed Competition will be back in Indianapolis September 26th through the 29th, 1985. For more information, contact the Indiana chapter at Post Office Box 331, Mooresville, Indiana 46158.